Goeiemiddag, goeiemiddag, goeiemiddag. Dit is uiteindelik. Julle, joh, ek moet vir julle sê, ek is opgewonde, ek is senuweeagtig, ek is excited, ek is all mixed emotions, maar ek is so ongelooflik dankbaar vir die geleentheid wat ek nou vandag kry. Regtig, ek dink dit is amazing. So ek weet nie wie van julle weet voor die tyd al wie vanmiddag my gas gaan wees nie, wie van julle het al voorheen ingeskakel nie. Ek wil vir julle almal baie dankie sê. Hallo Koenraad, hallo Vicky, goeiemiddag Vicky, hallo Michelle, hallo julle almal, baie dankie vir die inloer vandag. Hallo Shamaine, dit is so lekker om julle almal te sien. Ja, vandag is dit 'n groot dag, oh my goodness, ek kan nie vir julle sê hoe op my senuwees is ek nie. Ja, dit is in elk geval, mens is mos nou maar, hallo Brentman, ja, hoep, hi Larry, ja, kyk hierso, dit is mos nou maar, wanneer mense in elk geval live gaan, het jy mos nou maar 'n bietjie van 'n senuweeagtige gevoeliekie, maar ek sal vir julle sê, vandag oorskry alle vorige dae, want dit is vir my die grootste eer dat Cecilia ons net te gaan join, sy gaan so 5 uur se kant inspring, dan gaan, ek het 'n hele klomp vrae vir haar, en as julle ook vrae het, asseblief vra gerus. Hallo Shirley, hallo Poeks, ja, so ek het 'n hele paar vrae, en ek het sommer neergeskryf, nee, want ek wil nou nie iets vergeet nie. So, maar intussen tyd wil ek by julle hoor, wie van julle almal het julle merk gaan maak vandag? Dit is so 'n voorreg vir ons, Suid-Afrikaners, om te kan sê dat ons nog ons eie stem kan afgee, en jy kan 'n keuse maak. Maak nie saak wat, elke dag maak ons besluite, elke dag maak ons keuses, en meeste van die tyd het dit 'n resultaat, of het goed of sleg gaan wees. Ek's bly Brentman, julle, ek in die area wat ek bly, ek het vir 4 ure, vir 4 ure gestaan, sodat ek 3 kruisies kan maak. Maar nou ja, dis gedoen, jy al haar grootste tips en triks. Yes, Vicky, so jy moet 'n bietjie vra. Hallo girl, en ja, ek het gaan stem. Fantasties Michelle, hoorie julle, dit is regtig ware voorreg, want daar is lande wat nie in ons situasie is nie. En dit het vir my sommer net vanoggend laat dink, ons kies elke dag, neem ons 'n besluit. Elke dag besluit ons oor ietsie. Hallo Celeste, hallo Nikki, welkom. Elke dag neem ons 'n besluit om iets te doen in ons lewe. Of dit nou goed is of sleg is, daar gaan 'n uitkoms wees. Maar, maak nie saak wat ons al in die verlede gedoen het, waaroor ons nie trots was nie. Jy kan altyd weer jou lewe verander. Dinge kan weer vir jou beter raak. Hallo Shamaine, lekker om jou te sien. En ja, dit is, so ek sal baie bly wees as julle vir my almal kan sê, hallo, vir my kan sê, wie van julle het gaan stem, hallo Bonnie, wie van julle het gaan stem, en wie van julle het vandag verder die res van die dag net gedoen wat julle wou, of wat het julle gedoen? Awesome, ja, ek het ook gaan stem, en ek het gedink, wag, ek gaan vroeg vanoggend gaan, want hoe vroeër ek gaan, hoe vroeër gaan ek by die huis kom, en ek gaan voorberei, Bonnie, ek gaan lekker voorberei vir vanmiddag, wanneer Cecilia ons gaan join, en ek gaan vir julle sê, dit was 'n rush. Jo, en Nikki, hoe het jy daarom nie te lank gestaan nie? Ek is so bly, ek kon daarom jou in die lyn staan, 'n bietjie gebreek het met ons oproep. Hello there, it's morning there with you, good morning, it's so nice to see you popping in. Ek gaan probeer om my live 'n bietjie meer Engels te doen as Afrikaans vandag. Retired with Bob, it's so nice to see you Bob. I do watch your content a lot, and sometimes I jump into your live as well. So it's so nice to see you here. Thank you everybody for just popping in today and liking the live. I do appreciate it. Hello Bianca, hello Maya. So today we had voting day in South Africa, which is, it's a privilege. You know, there's countries that don't have it, and we still have a say in our country, and we also have a say in what happens in our lives. And we make big choices, we make big decisions, things that can change your entire life. And in October 2023, I made a big change in my life. Hello, Tracy. And the thing is, sometimes you are scared before you make that choice. Sometimes you feel overwhelmed and you wonder, will I be able to do this? And self-doubt sets in. But that's when when you have the right mentorship. And this is what is amazing from our program. Dankie, Maya. Thank you, thank you. This is so amazing from our program because we don't buy a course. You know, there's a lot of courses. I started out with a course in IPS, but I had the privilege of being part of the community. And that made a big difference because when you buy a course, it's self-study. You on your own. There might be like a support group on FB where you can sign in and chat and maybe ask a few questions, but you don't have like genuine leadership. And this is a big difference when you do digital marketing with a program. Now, this is what we have. We have a program that we run. There's 4 different ones. So you start where it's comfortable for you, and especially what your dreams are. What do you want to achieve in life? So that's decisions that you have to make. You have to make a choice. The same as today. When you made this mark this morning, they gave you an option. They gave you a list. Pick. So what did you choose when you started digital marketing? When you decided to go and do something online so that you can start earning passive income. And also some people have creative things, some people have their own businesses, and they can actually just market what the business they already have, whether it's services, whether it's physical products, whatever it is. So for me, I had to earn additional income. I had a problem with my finances. The interest rates just got to me. Dankie, Dalmain. The interest rates just got to me. And I was so close to losing my home. And I was terrified of actually getting to that point where it's going to happen. And so I decided I'm going to take a leap of faith, and I started with digital marketing. And I'm going to be very honest. I'm very honest anyway. I battled in the beginning. To me, it was a difficult thing to get over my self-confidence because I had my limited beliefs. But then I must say, the mentorship, honestly, it helped such a lot. Just to come from, because I am just a normal South African farm girl coming from the platteland, came to the city just to make myself a living. And then all of a sudden, I find myself to be online. And it was difficult. But today, I wouldn't change anything. It was the best decision I ever made. And I made a video earlier this morning about my dreams and my goals. And it's so important. I actually made that video for another marketer last night. She said to me, Latasha, just share with me what are your dreams? Sorry. So she asked me, what are your dreams? And I said to her, I'll show you because I'm busy working on my vision board. As you can see, it's a something here, nothing is impossible, and believe in yourself. And I'm going to put up all my goals. It's going to go up behind this wall. And every day I'm going to look at it. And I actually made a video for her and I showed her and I said, I started this in January. And if I can tell you now, this one is ticked, this one is ticked, this one is ticked. And it is so important to actually get yourself, if you don't have a vision and if you don't have a goal, you don't know where you're going. You're all over the show. So it's so important to start when you start right at the beginning. When you say, I am going to do something, you have to have a goal. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's your finances, whether it's your studies, whether it's your health, your whatever you decide in your life, no matter the topic, you always have to have a goal. And to me, it was amazing to see what actually happened in 7 months for me. All I did was I followed a step-by-step program. And the instructions is there every single day. you purchase your program once off, and then you plug into the community. And we are over 19,000 people. Now, when I started in October, I still took a screenshot the very first day when I logged in. And there was 4,300 people in the community. And now we are over 19,000. That just shows you that 13,000 other people in the meantime, in 7 months' time, decided to change their lives. And what's so nice about the community is everybody goes on there and they go and support each other. Whether you have tech questions, it gets sorted out there. Whether you have wins and you want to just celebrate your own success or your customer success, you go and post it on there. It's like our own little Facebook. So I must say, to me, it's nice when my success is nice, but to me, the most amazing thing is when my customers become successful. And this week I had the most wonderful message when one of my customers sent me a message and she said, I just have to share this incredible news with you. I had 900 sales. Now you must understand, she's a pensioner. And she doesn't do any videos of herself. She doesn't do lives at all. She's got a TikTok account, but it is still just a private account. She hasn't started marketed on it yet. So I asked her, Charlotte, how did you do this? Where are you? On which platform are you actually active? And she said, you know what? I just tell people about this amazing program and I plug in every day, and then she does still do word of mouth. So she tells people about it, and then when they ask about it and say, well, tell me more about it, then she says, okay, well, I've got some videos I can send you so you can watch that. And also we're going to have a webinar. So I'll invite you to the webinar and you can just sit in and listen, and then you can tell me if you want to know more. Or that's what she does. She sends our videos. She goes online and she sees, oh, I like this one's video, I like that one's video, and she sends it off to her people. She invites them to a webinar, and boom. And as you know, the pensioners in South Africa, they get like 2,000 and something rand a month. Now she made, just by telling people, just word of mouth, over 33,000 rand. That's life-changing for them as pensioners. So I am that now that I go and celebrate because I have to post that. That is amazing. That is life-changing. And it's as easy as just telling the next person how you can do it. Now, there's different ways that you can apply this program in your life. You can either create your own digital products, and we have the most amazing training for that, how you can do that. We had last week, we had in the Legacy Builders, we had our training especially for those who wants to do their own digital products, their own communities. So that was the training. And you also go into breakout rooms, which is awesome. I don't know. Do you know that you can go into a Zoom call and then they can break you up in several small groups? And then you can have discussions, and then you come back again, and then you speak to the mentor. It's pretty incredible. I'm telling you, online is just the way to go. And this all happened just after COVID, because as you guys know, COVID changed our lives completely. Hallo Elmarie, lekker om jou te sien. So COVID changed everything for us. Hi Gail en Tinus, welkom. Hallo Elmarie. En gaan jy vir my moderate? Ek het jou op. Jy het al. Ja. Ek het jou, jy's mos maar permanent, so as jy wil, go for it. So yeah, so many things. I've actually lost my track now again, but that often happens. Oh, Gail, so nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm sure, what is the time now? It's almost 4:45. It won't be long anymore. Then Cecilia's going to join us. Listen, you guys. The day when I first saw Cecilia, I must say it was I was very impressed with this woman. Hello, John. Cecilia just had this presence about her, and she knew exactly how to just capture an audience. And I was so in awe of her. And I said to her the other day, it was a 1 year anniversary, and I said to her, Cecilia, do you know that your yes, because obviously she's got a story as well. She didn't just become a millionaire overnight. It didn't just happen like that, although in a year it's quick. But it doesn't just happen. And Cecilia has a story and she's going to share it with us shortly. But I said to her, do you just think about it? The day that you said yes for thousands of people in South Africa and across the world, because it's a global business, so she's got business people all over the show. And I said to her, the day that you said yes, it was somebody else's yes, and eventually it became my yes. And so we are changing lives. And now I have 30 yeses that said yes to me. And that is such an amazing thing that we can just come online and tell people of this amazing opportunity that are just simply changing lives. So, who of you can tell me who was the very first digital marketer that you actually saw, that you said, oh my goodness, what is this all about? Because I know there's a lot of marketers in here. Who was the very first person? Me? Oh, okay, yeah. Bonnie, yeah, you saw me in December. Mel. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, Mel is our third millionaire. She's pretty amazing. She is so down to earth. Well, the first time you saw was Cecilia. The first person I saw was a lady that I was in church with, Michelle herself, and then Desiree. Uh-huh, okay. Iemand anders, maar eintlik jy. I saw Cecilia back in June. Okay. Yeah, you see, it is just amazing. It's amazing how you can see one person and then you follow them for a while, and then the algorithm sees, okay, so this is what you're interested in, and then they start to send out more and more. And so some people will say, is everybody doing digital marketing now? And it's no, it's because the algorithms see that you actually watched the video right through, or maybe you sent a comment or you liked it or something, and then they send more and more. And one day you will come across somebody that speaks your language, somebody that says, I know where you are. And that's the day which you know, that's the person I want to go with. And that is how we also learn that we all have our own perfect customer. Everybody that starts with digital marketing starts with zero in their followers, zero in their bank account, because that's why we start. Just a mompreneur. Oh my goodness, Desiree is in the house. Desiree is our number one, our very first person that ever became a millionaire in South Africa. She's a multi-millionaire by now. I am such a fan of Desiree. What would happen if I bought the blueprint and gave it out for free? Well, then you didn't make any money of it. You can give it out for free if you want to, but I mean, in our community, you won't have access in the community, and then also, you won't make anything out of it. The thing is, if you start this, obviously you can get reselling rights, so you can resell it, but you also want to implement it into your life. You actually want to go and generate income. So you're either going to use it for your already business that you have, or you're going to do digital products. So to buy it and to give it away, it's up to you. But then you won't be part of the community, and that is where all our training is. That's amazing. Yeah, you can give it away, Brentman, if you want to think about it. I can send it now to a lot of people, but you won't get access to the community. So doesn't make sense. Hallo Sandra, dis lekker om jou te sien al die pad van Duitsland af. Let's see. What questions did I miss? But everyone is realizing that online is where everybody is. Yes, that's true. Everybody is online. And online is the way to go because that's where I was like 10 minutes ago when COVID hit. Everything changed for us. Hello, Greta. Everything changed. And everything went online. I mean, now we know that if you want to do banking, you'd go online, you pay your municipality online, you buy your electricity online, you buy your groceries online, you buy your clothing online, you buy your flowers online, you can go to church online, you visit friends and family online. Everything is online. If you want to know something, you Google it. If you want something delivered, there's so many options. So online is actually the way to go. More and more people started to work online, especially during COVID. Everybody was doing home office, and when they had to return back to the office, it was not something that they wanted to do anymore. People actually want to be able to use their time the way they want to, plan their day. And this is what's so amazing with our program. You get a 2-hour workday and you can do it whenever you feel like it. Hi, Linda. Hello, Yolanda. So you can do it whenever you feel like it or how it suits you. Now, I still have my 9 to 5. So I start working 6 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And at 4 o'clock, I do my live. So how do I plan my day? I do it as I can. So first thing in the morning, I listen to my training in the community. I listen to what Michelle says, and I go and immediately I do my content. I put it out before I start my 9 to 5 job. I got my first content out. I always have something in the kitty. Hi, Maya. Hello, Debbie. I always have something in the kitty. There's always drafts that's ready to be sent out. Also, there are various options on how you can actually also program your content to be sent out when you know that you won't be able to, because it's very important to be consistent. You have to be very consistent and send out your content. You have to do at least 3 a day. And when you're just starting off, if you can do 5, that's fantastic because you need that property in the online. People need to see you. People need to get aware of you. And that's the best way to do is to send out content until you get enough followers so that you can donkey Debbie. Oh, donkey. Until you can get enough followers so that you can go live. And then also that's also something new. It's not everybody is comfortable to go live just from the beginning. To me, it was terrifying. My very first live was 4 minutes, and that was panic stations all the way. It was terrible. I didn't know how to do it. So if anybody of you don't follow me yet, I see there's a lot of new faces. You can just go on here and follow me. That would be fantastic. And then also you can jump into my profile later, and you will see there's a hyperlink where you can go in. You can enter your email address. And I'm just going to show you this. Let me just mirror this quickly. Let's just mirror this. Okay, if you want to take a screenshot of this, you can do that. There you will see it's my website and also my WhatsApp number. So you are welcome to WhatsApp me. Because South Africans, we do our business different. We like to talk to people. And that is just the way we know that we're speaking to the correct person. Also, be very careful. When somebody now during this live or shortly after my live jump into your DMs and somebody sends you a message and says, "Hi, it's Latasha here. I saw you on my live. And obviously you are interested in digital marketing. I can help you." It's not me. I will never DM you first. I will respond to a DM, but I will never send one first. And it's the best way is to go you see my number ends on 143. If somebody gives you a number and it doesn't end on 143, it's not me. Okay, so the best way is to either go with my WhatsApp number that's on the screen, or to go into my hyperlink and go onto my website where you enter your email address so that we can start corresponding the safe way. DMs are very, very dangerous. There's a couple of fake accounts already, and I do hope that this platform will work on that to actually sort it out to make it safe for everybody, because that's why there's a lot of people that will come out and say this is SCAM, because they have gone through this. They have been conned by fake accounts. So please be very careful and always make sure that you're speaking to the right person. And when you do send me a WhatsApp, I will always respond with a voice note and say, "Hi, this is Latasha." So you will know it's me. You will definitely know it's me. So it's just a few minutes before 5, and I am sure Cecilia is going to join us shortly. I hope you have questions. Who of you here have questions that you are burning to ask Cecilia? I can't wait to see. If you do have and you want to share now already, please go ahead. I have a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 questions. And so whatever you have, if you have any questions that you would love to ask her, today is the day that you can. Me. Yeah, Bonnie, you're going to have your turn. Hey, Bonnie was Bonnie was the lucky one. I just put it out there and I said, "Ach, Elmarie baie dankie. I put it on a video and I said, somebody's very important is going to join my life. Who do you think it's going to be?" And there was a lot of very interesting comments. One of them was Michelle, and I thought, oh my goodness, just imagine Michelle. But yeah, so Bonnie was the first one to say Cecilia, and I said whoever is first to guess the right guest, then they're going to join us as well. So Bonnie will be joining us later as well, also just to share some time with Cecilia. It's awesome. Yay, Cecilia's here. Okay, let's see.
So today I'm trying something new, and I think it's new for Latasha as well. Latasha, you're the first
Yes,
one. So we're
yes,
doing this first time thing for now. Can you see your guests on your side?
yes, I do. And you?
I'm seeing mine, guys. So we are
Fantastic.
co-hosting today because Latasha Ki wanted to interview me, and we wanted to have, hey, Michelle, we wanted to do this a little bit different, because what we learn inside this program always teaches us to pivot, to grow, and to expand. So remember, if you are one of my guests, I always love to see where you guys are watching from. And I don't want to break that tradition, because I love to show you the power of using social media for free and letting us collaborate with each other from all across the world. I'm Jeffrey's Bay, and Latasha, you are? Hey.
I'm from Port Elizabeth. Port Elizabeth. Oh, as they say, Kebega now, but I still like PE. And if they don't say PE, I say something, ek's van die baie af. And yes, so Kimberly, oh, awesome. Welcome.
Got Klerksdorp on my side, Cape Town on my side. Woo! Yes, this is going to be fire. So this is
Thank
the
you
first
so much,
time
Cecilia. This is
that
awesome.
I'm with Kempton in the house, Pretoria, Latasha. We've
Cape
got them
Town,
right around town.
Barberton. Cape Town and Barberton here. So we've got South Africa presenting here. This is amazing.
Hi Maya, hi Cherie. So I'm gonna hand over to Latasha Ki. Gauteng. Nice, that's nice.
KwaZulu-Natal
Give me a
en
second. I just want to
Korenberg.
go do something quickly. Kom julle twee. Kom.
Oh, so yes, the moment has arrived. Cecilia's in the house. It is such a privilege for me to actually have a Michelle from Gauteng, that's awesome. Um, yeah, so Cecilia, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interview you, to just ask a few questions because you are, as I say, you are our queen in the digital world here in South Africa. You are just slaying it, and you have been such a success. And people are looking up to you, especially. I speak on behalf of a lot of people, but for myself, I do look up to you. I like to see what you do, how you do it, and not to mimic you at all because we all are our own person, but just to grow with and to see how you actually do it. And if I look back at your videos where you started off and where you are today, and oh yes, I want to say you've got your glass, I've got mine. So cheers.
Yes.
This is especially for D.
Let's drink to D tonight. I'll have my
Let's,
water.
yeah,
Oh,
this
my
is
pot is
juice.
going crazy.
This is a cherry juice with frozen strawberries in it.
There we go. There we
Mm.
go.
Yeah, so it was amazing just to see how you've grown where you started off. So I think it's very important because most people will see how you are today. They get onto TikTok now. They see you in the algorithm for the first time. Hello, Charlene, and then all of a sudden they see, this is Cecilia. But they don't know that Cecilia has a story that started 1 year ago, where she was a nail tech and she wanted to make a difference in her life. So I want my people to know today that Cecilia has a story and where it all started. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, Latasha. Yes,
So
and I
I
think
could,
we all have a story, right? But before you start with me, I just want to tell everybody on my life and your life today, okay? The one thing that I want you to completely lay down today is that you think you need to be perfect. Because I can tell you, when I got started, sometimes I can go back and look at those videos and I think to myself, Celia, how did you make money? How did you manage to make money with videos like that? And people were a lot more related to me. They could relate to me a lot easier than as a struggle mum, just getting started. My broken English, listen, my English ran out like nobody's business, like airtime couldn't run out, and then I would recap and come back. But there's so much grace here, and people really relate to the true you. Always, they relate to the true you.
yeah, and that's so important to just be you. And in the beginning, it's difficult because if I look at my own journey when I started off, I was so uncomfortable. I'm taking a big step now to start doing my lives in English. To me, this is a big thing. Want ek is so Afrikaans soos wat kan kom, and but I'm trying because and not for any other reason, but because I want to reach more people. I want more people to know about this opportunity. And if I just keep it in one language in South Africa, in Afrikaans, it's difficult because then it's only a certain amount of people that can actually see what is available. So I want to know, Cecilia, I've got a list. What was the turning point or the pivotal point in your career that changed you to become a digital marketer?
You, it was that minute when I realized, for me it was a 2 day sequence at that stage, right? So I had a daycare center for 10 years, which I really, really loved, because since the birth of my daughter, I've always been looking for ways to work from home so that I can get all my time to spend with her, because I've got 2 angel babies up in heaven. And then I'm also a cancer survivor. So when my daughter was born, it was so important for me to have all that time to spend with her. So daycare for 10 years. But by the time that she was 10 years old, she didn't enjoy that environment anymore. And I couldn't break away during the day to do things with her at school. I couldn't, be one of those tuck shop mummies, or just, yes, raise my hand and say I could be here or there, help out with anything. So I decided, let the daycare go. So I saw the daycare and I decided now I need to go learn for something new. And at that stage, I honestly thought, opening up a salon is going to be the pits. Looking at these ladies doing nails and facials, you think they're rich, my friend, they work very hard. Let me tell you, I've never worked as hard in my life as then. So I started learning for that and I opened up my own salon. I thought I would be able to manage my hours. But what started happening is I started working more and more and more. And I had less and less and less time with my daughter trying to cover rent and electricity and just the basic survival things. And in this specific 2-day sequence, it was a question of I went to drop Nanny off at school and I had a bridal crew that came in to get ready for a wedding. So I rushed to drop my child off at school. And then I rushed back home, immediately started working. So when I went to pick her up between 1 and 2, when I went to pick her up from school, it was like I was in a hurry because I needed to get back. I mean, there were still these, and you know how bridezillas can get, right? So I was in a hurry and when my daughter came out, she was a few minutes late, 5 or 10 minutes late. And I could see that she had a tough day. But I was in such a hurry that I was like, Nanny, why are you late? Get into the car. I've got this going. I need to get there. And it wasn't my intention, but I could see that at that stage I was hurting her. And for me, it was a horrible thing, but I was in a hurry. And this was to put food on the table and to buy winter clothes and, mum rush, single mum rush. And so I was busy. I was working until about 9 o'clock that evening. So that evening, when I looked up, I was still at the last stages of working with this client. And when I looked up, I saw my daughter fall asleep on the couch. And I knew, she was there waiting for me. She needed to speak to me that day. And I couldn't show up for her. So I knew there. I mean, my heart broke into a million pieces. And that's the one thing I still hold on to. That's the one reason why I keep on doing this, because I know there's a lot of other mums like me. We work very hard to provide for our children, but at the same time, the mum guilt eats at us because we don't get to give them the part of us that they really also need. And so that next morning, day 2, I was on TikTok. What we do, you go to TikTok and you go look for that funny little kitten videos or mums with children or just funny things to laugh at to take the load off. It was 5 in the morning. And I remember that morning also just saying, God, I need a way out. I can't do this anymore. I can't never see the child that you gave me. We've got 18 summers, Latasha. And at that stage, I had like 4 left, right? So when I opened up TikTok, lo and behold, pop up the angel that was talking about the 2-hour workday and automations and how I could do this in the nooks and crannies of my day. And that it is a global business and that I could start earning in dollars. And I did my calculations like, what is $1 to R1? So I did that to see how much I'm going to pay for this. But the minute that I saw it, because that stage we only had the 600 was the highest and I wanted to start with that one. So when I did the calculation, instead of when I got that amount to think, this is a lot of money, I was like, wow, what if I make this weekly? And that is history, and it's 1 year later, and I don't look back for one day. I literally at 5 months when I flipped my zip code and moved up to Jeffreys Bay, I never opened my salon again, and I'm just working the 2 hours.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a beautiful story, a true life story and it's that thing of being a mom and not being able to be there for your child. Yeah. You can't be there financially, you can't be there with your time. You just broke on all levels. Absolutely. And how this changed for you, because not only did you gain time with her, but you can give her now what she needs on all areas. So that is amazing.
For me, the most amazing thing now is the glitter in my daughter's eyes and the restored relationship, because now she will just pop in and is like, Ma, and she knows she can get my full attention. So the restoration in that relationship that once was so broken because there just wasn't time is It's phenomenal, and every mom deserves this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. Um, what are your biggest challenges you faced once you started digital marketing? What was your biggest challenge?
My fear of being judged by other people, until the moment that I realized was like, well, I haven't seen any of these people knock on my door and offer me electricity or filling my food cupboards. Now, have I? So that was my biggest challenge when I got started, was the fear of, I don't know. I don't want people to come and comment bad things on my posts or stuff like that. And I just became a professional blocker from day one. Day one. I just don't tolerate negativity. I'm like, if you don't pay my bills, you've got nothing to say.
On your way. And okay, so the 2 hour workday was it jumped out because that is what you wanted. You wanted more time.
Not just the
So
2 hour workday. When she was speaking about the 2 hour workday, she was like, you can fit it into the bits and pieces of your day. And I thought, okay, I don't have a solid 2 hours because I was working 15 hours a day already. So I'm like, I don't have 2 hours a day, but I do have 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there where I can go and I can do what I need to do in between clients. So it was the 2 hour work, the 2 hours it needed in order to generate a daily income, but more the bits and pieces where I could fit it in. That was
that's
like,
amazing.
I can do that. I can do bits and pieces.
Yes. And how do you plan your 2 hour workday now? What does your workday look like?
From day one, I had a little tick list. You see, this is days, and then it's like literally, you see that little cubicle there? That is a 2 hour workday in there. So I spoke to my friend earlier today, and I was like, when I got started, I needed to write it down so that I could, in the bits and pieces of my day, be like, okay, I did this, and I did this, and I did this. And it's
Yeah.
1 year later, I still feel lost if I haven't put it out for me. So it's like literally, creating my 3 videos a day. These days I'm going live, but I used to do the 30 minutes of ads to high traffic websites as well, and then answering emails and CTAs. So it's up until today, I still write it down. It's like, yeah, I've got it. But it's some days I'll come and sit down when I drop Nanny off at school. Some days I'll come and sit down and I'll quickly just finish everything off. And some days it's like, I've got mum things to do. We girls got to go shop and stuff like that. So I still fit it in the bits and pieces of my day, in between walking on the beach, going to the mall, and just living life.
Oh, that's awesome. What advice would you give a brand new digital marketer to achieve significant success?
There's two things that I want to tell you, right? Be consistently coachable. You are being coached by $1 million coach. I mean, Michelle made $1 million in 17 months, right? So if you're going to be coachable, it means when she says 2 steps left, 1 to the front, you take 2 steps left and 1 to the front. And the other advice that I want to give you is you focus on you and what your vision is for your life right in front of you. Close out the noise from the side and just stay focused on your goals and your dreams and what it is that you want to get from this, whether it is leaving a 9 to 5, making a little bit extra, or make enough to buy yourself a home cash, right? Just focus on what's in front of you and what you want. You need to clear out the noise and be coachable.
Fantastic. That is so important because sometimes you start something and you think you're going to just wing it. And that's where you go wrong in the beginning. You have to be coachable. That is so important. And to clear out the noise, it is also because you can get so overwhelmed because you hear a lot of different things and you can become completely overwhelmed. And if you don't, and I just spoke about it before you came on, that it is so important to have a goal because if you don't have a goal, you don't know where you're going. You
I
have
mean,
no
when you
idea.
get started, Latasha, in all honesty, the minute that you decide, hey, I'm going to buy this and start with it, that minute you did that, you already had a goal. You already set down your first goal. And if your first goal was, my very first goal, I just needed to make $550. I just needed 10,000 Rand extra a month. So if I could make $550 in a month, that would have been enough for me not to need to work after 5, not to work a full Saturday, and not to sometimes even need to work on a Sunday, right? So the minute that I got started, my first goal was there. If I
Yeah.
could only make an extra 10,000 Rand a month,
Yeah.
boy, was I surprised. So when you reach that goal, you put down the next one and the next one. But I mean, the minute that you get started with this, you've already got a goal. You've already had that vision of, I want to achieve this, and go
Yeah.
for it. Full throttle,
Mm.
go for it.
My very first goal was if I can make 2,000 Rand a month, I just needed to make 2,000. So I was like, if I can just do this, if I can just do 2,000. And now I go like, okay, now I earn my salary in my 2 hours. So
Yeah?
I've got my salary and my 2 hours, and the one is a little bit more than the other, and all I wanted was 2,000 Rand. So yeah, you start off
What's
with
your
a
next
goal,
goal?
but my next goal, my ultimate goal is to be in December 2025 to go on early retirement.
There we
And
go.
to achieve that, I want to pay down my house in record time. So I needed to 2,000 Rand to keep my house just to pay my bond because I needed 2,000 Rand a month to keep it. And that was my shortfall. So that's all I wanted. But now I see I can achieve so much more. So now I can start paying off extra. Now I pay off like between a third extra a month, but I want to, the better it goes, the more I am able to, the quicker I want to pay off my house bond. And then I'm going to go on early retirement so that I can do this full time. I want to do it like you do it, Cecilia.
Live a little. Just want to live a little.
I'm going
Latoya,
to
so
live a lot.
question here. Julesy is asking, she said we are in contact already. Jules, just tell me we are in contact inside my email list, right? So she's asking which course is the best to start with. The $900 is too much for us. So I want to say something quickly, guys, to everybody and anybody that's on here, right? You start where you can. Start where you can and let's strategize to getting you to where you want to be. So you've heard us clinking our glasses to Dee just now, who has made a million Rand in 7 months. That girl saved up 2 months before she could even get started with the lowest program. And still within 7 months, she has managed to make her first million. So start where you can and let's strategize to get you to where you want to be. Don't hold back and be like, I don't have 900 enough. If I don't have the $900 program, that I won't have success. That I'm calling bullshit. Yeah, I'm sorry if my language is not okay for you, but if you are going to start now where you can and we strategize and we jump and we get you to where you want to be, I mean, like I said, Dee started on the lowest program and she's literally made a million South African rands in 7 months. If she can do it, you can do it. So don't go
No
for I can't get
excuses.
started because I can't get the training that you get inside the Legacy Builder is next level. The $900 program is where you want to end up because it's a complete different league. But don't block yourself from achieving that just because you think you need to get started there. Start where you can.
That's so true. Because even myself, the highest I could go was at the 300. I started off at the 300 and I worked myself up to eventually being on the 900. And you have to start where you can afford it, and also how big is your dream? How hard are you going to work? How committed are you going to be? Because also the higher you go, the further you push yourself, the more you're going to drive yourself to reach your goals. But you must do what's comfortable for you. Hello, how long have you been doing this business? Vilma, I have been doing this now for 7 months. And Cecilia's done this now for just over, it's a year and a few days.
Yeah, 1 year, few days, and I'm just as excited about it today as I was a year ago when I got started, right? You know how you start working for somebody, and after a week or a month, you go like, oh, I don't want to go today. I don't want. Or when you start, I had my nail salon, and the Monday would be like, "Oh, this weekend was made in China. It was over too soon." It's a year later, and I still get excited. It's like, what am I going to learn today? So this is how jam-packed this program is, right? It's a year later, and I still come in here, and it's like, what am I going to learn today? Because it's amazing. So I've got Brent is asking, what if you feel like keeping on with the 7 days? I think Brent is talking about the launch to profit. He probably heard about the launch to profit in 7 days that people is having so much success with. Brent, I can promise you, you're going to start with launch to profit, and when you profit and you repeat that, it's gonna benefit you again and again and again, because I mean, it is there. You can do it over and over again, but with each 7-day run that you do, you're actually going to improve, and it's going to give you better and better results. So yes, you can absolutely continue with the 7 days if that is what you want to do. If they can do it, I can do it. Yes, Cherie, absolutely, my friend.
Yes,
Can you make
definitely.
money on the $100? Yes, yes, and yes again. You can. That's what I said about Dee now. She started on the lowest, and within 7. And remember now, she didn't stay there. Don't come in on the $100 and stay there, guys. Okay? She came in on the lowest one, and within 1 month, she made enough money to go to the highest program, and then made 100,000 Rand in her first month when she got started. So don't get started on the $100 with the idea to stay there. Be like, hey, I'm going to get in on this. It's going to change my life. I'm going to go from launch to profit, and I'm going to use the profits to get to the bigger program so that I can pivot and I can grow. Sorry, Latasha.
Nee, is reg, is reg. Go for it.
Here's another one. I don't know if you are getting some of these questions. I was
No.
about to purchase the 50, but I see people bashing it and promoting the $100. Please advise. And
That's
it is not, it's not about bashing. I don't know why they would bash it, especially if they did make money from it, right? The difference between the two is the $50 IPS program, the starter program of IPS, does not come with coaching and those things that you are getting with $100. Okay. So the $50 is a self-guided digital product. So it's a standstill product. What's inside there is, it's what you get is what you get. You don't get anything more. You don't get extra coaching and mentoring. You do get plugged into a Facebook group, and you do have email support, right? But it's a self-guided. I would say that is more for people that has already started to make an income online, that knows what they're doing to get that and then learn from that. It's a great thing. But for me, I plug people into at least $100 of the launch pad, because it's got coaching, it's got mentoring, it's got daily action steps, it's got launch to profit, it's got so much more. And then the value for money is actually that every single week, it's like this program keeps on growing, and it keeps you in the now. So with a digital product, what you get is what you've got, and it's the same with a course. What you get is what you've got. So they can launch it this week, but by next week, with the internet that it evolves at the pace that it does, if you've bought it this week, by next week, it can already be outdated, right? But being plugged into a program like this, it keeps you in the now. So whatever evolves in the internet world, you actually evolve with it, and you know now what has been changing. So the value for money is the $100, but I don't know why they would bash it.
Yeah.
You get all
The
sorts.
only other thing also, high online success, no, it's not. The only other thing is monthly costs. There's no monthly costs on the digital growth, on the 4 products there. There's the program. There's no monthly cost. On IPS, there's monthly costs. So that's also a difference. So yeah, okay. Something else.
Julesy is asking, sorry, Latasha, Julesy is asking,
Yeah.
do you need to buy another domain if you upgrade? So, Julesy, if you buy the $100 launchpad from me today, right? And in a week you upgrade to the $900 legacy program. No, you don't need another domain. Remember, the purpose of your domain, my domain, Latasha, I'm just going to lift my board, right?
Yeah.
My domain is makemoneywithc.com. That's very crooked for you guys now because my screen is not flipped. This is to brand me. I don't know what's yours, Latasha.
Mine is LDP Partners.
You see,
60.
so this is to brand you. Okay? It is not, it's got nothing to do with your. I went with makemoneywithc.com because when I started with this, I decided, come what may, I will teach mums how to make money online. That's my mission. That's my aim. So that's why I went with my domain. So no, you do not need to buy a new domain or a new professional email when you upgrade at all. That is to brand you. That's why when you get started, put thought into your into the domain that you buy, so that even if you expand, because remember, especially if you get to the legacy builder is going to teach you to earn in more ways than just promoting this product, right? You're going to start earning in a lot of different ways. So you want your domain to be smart enough to be able to have all those things working with it.
Yeah, and that is exactly what my next question is, how important is personal branding?
Oh, very, very, very. I mean, like, really, it is just, remember, your personal branding is also something that you should be feeling comfortable and lacquer with.
Yeah.
You don't want, if you start learning the skills to make an income online, right? You never want to, I don't want to stay just here. I don't want to stay in a space where I just promote one thing. I want to learn how to generate multiple income streams. And that's also when I just got started a year ago. For me, it was like, okay, I'm just going to promote this and that's that, right? Because I was still in a selling physical products. So you are so loyal to one company that you can't see your future for yourself, right? So with this, I knew when I started learning that I was going to expand, because what I was learning was not, I mean, the mission of this program is not just to teach you how to promote this program. The mission of this program is to teach you how to earn online. The benefit is the resale rights that you get. I mean, if I only had an affiliate link for when I studied ECD, or even when I did nails or anything like that, I would have been able to walk out of college without study debt, because I would have been able to use that commissions in order to pay off study debt, right? Which would be amazing if the colleges can learn a thing or two here and help students that way. So I knew I was going to learn how to generate an income in different multiple ways here. So personal branding, make sure that it brands you and what you want to stand for, so that going forward, whatever you add there is good for your business. So don't go with honeycombelove.com, okay? Because it's not going to make sense if you want to teach people how to make money online. People ain't going to know whether you are selling honey or love or what it is that you're doing. So make sure that when you brand you and what you want to stand for.
Yeah. If Cecilia, if I can just add Bonnie quickly, our special guest, I just want to, she just wants to ask two questions quickly before her battery runs out. So let me just get her quickly here. Bonnie, can you just request quickly, please, because your name doesn't come up now.
Mrs. Patoors, just start a brand new account. Start with 0. She wants to know if she should start a new account or use the existing TikTok account. Now, when you do this and this becomes your shop window, you want to open up a shop with what you want to do. So I would start a brand new TikTok account. While you are adding, I'll answer question. May I ask what the topic of discussion is?
Bonnie, dit laat my nie toe nie.
Hoesen, it is, I think it's because we are co-hosting and we are not just boxing. What's the topic discussion? Making money online, my friend.
Bonnie, it's not allowing me to add you. See if you can request it, because from my side, maybe it's because it's a
Yeah, she must
shared.
if she's got the 2 circles there, if it will allow her. Fushi's asking, what about the website fee? Do I need to pay it again when I upgrade? Yes. So if you start, for example, on the $900 program, right, you'll have access to all 4 programs, but you'll pay the website fee only once. But when you start, say, on the $100 and you do an upgrade to the 300, you'll pay $29 for that website. So when you go from there to the 600, you'll pay $29 again for that website and so forth. But where you say you start on the $600, you will pay $29 and it will include the $100, $300, and $600 programs for that website fee. Here's the whole course before.
It doesn't.
Miss Patoers, no, it's literally learning and earning, learn and earn as you go. So I had a call with one of my clients today as well, and she's like, I'm still going through this. I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. This program is set up in a way that you can, like, literally, if you wanted to and you focus, after 2 hours, you can be completely set up and you can get yourself out there to start earning while you keep on learning. So, no, it's not a study and then earn. It's literally earn and learn at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to finish a course. You don't have to finish anything. You don't have to achieve a certificate or anything before you can actually start. You plug in, you do your first 7 days, and you can start earning immediately. So this is what learning and earning is all about. Bonnie, sorry. So if you can just type your questions, please, sweetie. I'm so sorry I can't add you. What role did network and professional relationships play in your success?
I can invite, but
Can
I
you?
don't have Bonnie. I don't have
Bonnie,
Bonnie.
Bonnie, jump into Cecilia's chat quickly and
You'll go
then
onto
maybe she
my
can.
live and then give me a I'm here ting ting, because it looks like I can add from my side plus host.
I think it's because you started the hosting. Yeah. So Cecilia, what role did networking and professional relationships play in your success?
Networking in which sense? That I just repeat your question?
What role did networking and professional relationships play in your success?
I don't want to act like a dumb blonde now, but do you mean that I go out and network and get people together and sit down with them, or?
No. I would say between other marketers and people that you get involved in this business, what role
Inside
did
the
that play?
community?
Yeah.
I think that was like one of the biggest golden nuggets that I got from this business, because it is literally being collaborating with people that's got like the same goals and the same dreams as you. And then also being in a space where there's no gatekeeping inside this community with other marketers. Latasha, I've never in my life seen I've never seen such a culture where there's literally thousands of hands reaching out to help you up to the next level.
Yeah.
It is, yes, I would say that community played a massive part in the success that
Yes.
I've had. A massive, massive part. Julesy wants to know if you are on the $900 now, Latash.
Yes, I am. And I worked myself up there. I didn't begin there. It was not where I started off. I wouldn't have been able to afford it in the beginning.
I've got
But
a beautiful question.
do
So
tell.
Mr. Tours wants to know, does the negative comments like, oh, Mr. The Toy, etc. on TikTok not affect sales? You know what? It does. It does. It actually pushes the sales up, because what happens, Mrs. Patoers, is while they are out there being their negative, and I feel very sorry for them, because you've got to have a very sad life in order to pick on people the way that some of them does, right? Because they like literally, some of them rip people apart. But what happens is they actually spark curiosity with people that never came to look at us. So now I'm like, I get excited when I see somebody. I block them immediately because I don't have time for negativity, right? I'm a professional blocker. I told you that in the beginning. But what happens now is, say, for example, Latasha came across something like that. She's never heard anything about me before. You know, she hasn't followed me. She didn't know about my existence. But now this sparked that. So he had a mountain of bad things to say. So Latasha comes over to me out of curiosity to come and see what's going on. And then she gets to know me and she's like, no, they spoke bullshit. But what she's got here sounds quite good. Let me go check it out. And when she checks it out, she falls in love with what she sees. She starts seeing the vision for her life. And ta-da! Thank you, Mr. Dutoy, for another customer. This is just a very good question. I just need it. I love this. It's like, I love that post where D also is like, there's a poople out there trying to make my name, but I just want to thank him, because over a weekend he doubled my income with what he said. And it's just like, so true. So true.
Yes, because all of a sudden, as you say, Somebody wants to know, okay, now who is this? And they come onto your profile and they see, okay, well, this is what you've achieved so far. That's amazing.
He's coming to Jeffries.
Okay, then, besides finding your perfect customer, what is your favorite topic or subject in the Legacy Builder besides the how to find your perfect customer?
Oh, you know that's my very favorite topic, right?
Yes.
The 2-hour workday. Whenever there is anything revolving around the 2-hour workday, you can know I'm on that training. Because unlike those tin food mums, I don't feed my child only tin food, but I love tin food for the convenience of it. So I wanna just bring this, the perfect customer is what literally overnight turned me into a success. It took me 6 weeks to make my first income, and it's because I invested into that training and I got my breakthrough, and then it had that. So after that, everything that we've learned inside the Legacy Builder, right? All the extra streams of income that I've managed to bring in, I still do that in 2 hours a day. But then my favorite thing to attend is the legacy calls and that breakout rooms, because I have not attended one of those calls where I got into a breakout room where I didn't walk out and had a financial breakthrough in my business. But the 2-hour workday is my second favorite topic. And every time that I can learn something new about staying in that 2-hour workday, it's my ultimate.
Oh, that's awesome. What changes, except financial, did you gain since you started digital marketing? What changed for you personally, except financially?
My relationship with my daughter. My relationship with my daughter that has been able to be restored is the ultimate gift of gifts. It is like I say, the glitter in her eyes. And I know you said apart from financially, Latasha, but it makes a massive difference when your child walks out of school, gets into the car, and it's like, Ma, we've got a project that needs to be in by Friday. I don't know if anybody has seen how much these things cost when your child has a project. And it's just like, can we please get that? And me being able to say yes. So that turning into a yes mum and being able to do that is amazing. But definitely time, the relationship with her, being able to be a yes mum, and the mountain that's lifted off my shoulders. It is massive, and I don't think parents realize under how much pressure they are on a day-to-day basis when they do struggle financially. But the minute that is lifted, it's like everything inside it. I almost feel younger. I don't know if that makes sense. So I guess I can add youth.
But I sent you that picture the other day, and it spoke 1,000 words because it just showed from where you started and where you are now, it's a completely different person. And it's because you actually shine from the inside out because of what you have been able to just put behind you. You don't have that stress. You don't have those worries. You don't have those long working hours that actually drains you in such a point where there's just no energy left. And now all of a sudden, you put in 2 hours a day. I mean, what do you do the rest of the day? You
There
live your
was a
life.
minute, right, when I just moved to Jeffries and I decided I'm not opening the salon again. So we just moved to Jeffries, not opening the salon. Everything is packed out. And now you get that first day where I dropped Nani at school and I did my 2-hour workday, was done within 2 hours. And I got up and it's like, what now?
And now,
It's like, oh, I've got a beach. I think I'm going to do that now. So yeah, it is, but definitely the relationship. I think, and I love the fact that I could break away from thinking it's normal to be in mum guilt all the time. I just want to check here if I've got Bonita. Is it Lady B?
yes, Lady B.
CEO.
Yes. Oh, gone. Okay, we'll wait. We'll see. She'll be back just now. I think she just pressed the button there to disconnect. So we'll see her just now again. How are you guys enjoying this? Isn't this just amazing to hear from Cecilia herself? Um, just to, there she's back. There she.
Let's
Oh,
do quickly. Wag, Bonita, can you leave there and let me see if I can get you here?
thank
Bonita.
you, Mel. Thank you, Annelie. It is so awesome.
That
I
there,
mean,
but again, you don't need to be Lady B plus follow back friends.
oh,
Okay.
Elmarie, jy's awesome. Daar moes meer van jou gewees het.
Sy's offline.
Oh, maybe her battery gave in now because she did say her battery was running out.
Best view. Okay. Kom ons kyk nou. Accept. Disconnect. By requesting you will disconnect from co-host and live with guest. Latasha, sy kan nie opklim as 'n co-host nie.
Okay, dit lyk so,
Disconnect
nee.
met jou.
Sorry, Bonnie.
Kan vir haar
Sorry.
vragie tag vir jou.
Ja.
Does switching between your personal and business TikTok account influence your algorithm? I've got no idea. I don't switch. I'm still on a personal because I love dancing and I love to do silly things on TikTok and I don't like the business account restrictions with that. So I'm not 100% sure on that, Jada.
Well,
Do
I
you,
switched over
Natasha?
to business. I switched over to business when Michelle said, you have to be on business, you know, and I do. If Michelle says you do, then I do. So I moved over to business. Yes, it restricts you on your music and your, but that's basically all. So there are ways of still getting some of the music, which is very nice, but yeah, you are limited, unfortunately.
Lady B, I'm sorry. You know what? If I try to get you up, I see you say you've sent a request, and then when I try to get you up, then I kick out Latasha. I think it will be tomorrow. Sorry, everyone. My battery is won't hold. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Bonnie.
Yeah, because I think it's because we are co-hosting.
Okay, Cecilia, do you sometimes still get overwhelmed? No. And that's the growth, hey? Isn't that just amazing? How in the beginning, I don't know if you experienced it, but I would get very overwhelmed.
It's
Even just when I recorded my videos and I knew it was just me and my camera, and I would get like stage fright and I would like stumble over my words and fall apart and like think, oh my goodness, what is this? And when I started doing lives, it was also very difficult. And now going into English, I'm pushing myself even further. You do get sometimes, like when I just started the live this afternoon, I was like, oh shit, ek's gestres, nee? Because I didn't know how was I going to handle this, doing this entire thing in English, and then also having you as a co-host. I mean, it's a big moment for me. So yes, I still do get overwhelmed, but then when you do grow, you grow, and that is the beauty of this, is that and you can now bluntly say, no, you don't get overwhelmed anymore.
I think
Yes,
I
Maya
learned how to
starstruck.
change the question though, you know. I don't say things like, you know, it freaks me out to go live in English or something like this. It's like, okay, how can I do this and still make it fun for myself? So I've just learned to change the question in my mind, and that's a lot to do with especially the monthly sprints that we've got, the daily videos that's in, because it's very mindset orientated and very life coaching orientated. So I've learned so much from there. But I mean, when I got started, Latasha, way back when, my one condition was I'll never go live. I'm going to do this, but I'm never going to go live. I'm open for the videos and the ads on the websites, but I'm never going to go. And I mean, look at me now. Look at me now. I'm telling you, I sounded like a squirrel on steroids the very first time that I went live. My very first 2 lives was 15 minutes long, and I spoke and fast forward. I don't think anybody could understand. I don't know if I thought if I just push the message out there quickly that it's out there and it's okay. But I mean, you literally grow, and it just takes 1% per day. Just 1%. Just start where you are with the mindset of, you know what, I'm going to improve 1% per day, because if they could do it, I can do it. And there's nothing more special about Latasha or myself that you don't have. It is just that mindset of, I can do this 1% per day and I'll get there.
Charlene's got a question here. Guys, you make it sound so easy. Is it really that easy to start? I have a highly demanding 9 to 5. So, Charlene, from my side, I can tell you I still have a 9 to 5, also very demanding. It is, I have to be, I don't answer phone calls and I'm not a receptionist. It's a very high demand profession that I am in. And so, yes, I have to be there 100%. But yes, this added just 2 hours a day. So I can do it early in the morning before I start my 9 to 5. I put out my first content. When I go for on lunchtime, I put out my next content. When I get when I get home before I go live, I put out another piece of content. I do my training. The training videos is like sometimes it's like 4 minutes. I go like, seriously, 4 minutes, but it was powerful. The longest training video I've ever watched, I think it was like 18 or 19 minutes. Those daily ones that we have to do. It is completely achievable, like Maya said. I do it. I've been doing it since October, and I have seen the success with it. And I am going to get to the stage where I can actually tell my 16-year career, almost 17, I'm going to tell them, thank you very much. It was fantastic. I love my job. I do. But I have to look after myself. I have to look after what is my future going to look like. How am I going to retire? What benefit do I have to my child? You know, can you start making money in 2 months? That's going to depend. It took me 7 weeks. It took Cecilia 6 weeks. It
I've got
depends
a
on your
client
work
that
ethic.
literally went from launch to profit, and she made a $900 sale in 7 days. We've got people in that community that's like literally in 5 months, but that depends on you. It depends completely on your coachability, your consistency, and how you implement what you learn.
Your work ethic is going to tell the result. It's going to be entirely up to you. And I mean, Charlene, if you can send me a message afterwards, then I will send you a link so that you can join our free community. Then you can go and see what happens in our community, just to see that 19,000 people, the success they have and the support that they have. So I would gladly send that to you. And also at 7 o'clock tonight, we have a South African webinar. I would love to invite you to that as well, so that you can come and listen how we as South Africans earn dollars in South Africa, whether you have a 9 to 5, whether you are a student, whether you are a pensioner. I mean, I shared earlier also today and earlier in the week, I have a couple of pensioners that's customers of mine. And this one lady sent me a message in the week, and she said, Latasha, I just have to tell you, I made 900 sales.
That's
I said to her,
and
I said,
it's probably
Charlotte,
more than she made working a whole month wherever she worked before she got started, right?
now you know pensioners get like 2,500 rand a month. Now she made 33,000 rand in this month with the 2 sales. So I said to her, Charlotte, okay, so I don't see you on TikTok. I see your account, but it's still you just view. You like a Facebooker. You just view other people's lives. So I said to her, so what do you do? On which platform that you decide on doing your marketing? She says, no, this is what I do. She still does it old school, word of mouth. She tells people, I have started doing this course and this program, and it is so fantastic, and people are making serious money. And then they say, okay, well, tell me about it, or send me something. Now, she doesn't have a video to send of her own. So she goes onto Cecilia's profile, she goes onto my profile, she goes onto Desiree's profile. She picks a few videos that speaks to her. She sends it off to the people, and then they said, "Oh, but that sounds good. Tell me more." Then she says, "We've got a webinar. Would you like to come and listen to the webinar?" She sends them the link. They register for the webinar. They buy.
I must say, those free
That's what she
webinars
does.
is like the ultimate. I easily make anything between $100 and $2,500 on a webinar.
Yeah. The webinars is just because once you're in the webinar and you see what is happening there, then you go like, it's I have to do it.
I have to
I
learn
just have to
from
do
this.
it.
So Mrs. Patoors wants to know, what has been the most difficult part of everything for you? I am so scared I won't know what to say or what to post. So you want to go first?
Yes. This is so amazing because besides the training that you get, now what the training tells you, it teaches you how to do it, and it also gives you ideas on how to do it. And then you can adjust it to yourself. But also there is a content vault in our program. And in that content vault, there is ideas on what to do and how to do it for 1 year, and you get it absolutely free. You don't pay for it. So you've got a content vault full of ideas. You will never run out of ideas on what to talk on, what to post on. You just have to find what speaks to you. You identify and you say, this is something that I can speak about. And you do your video. And you know what? Even if your video takes you half an hour in the beginning, it's okay. You're gonna get better it's just gonna get better and better.
1% per day. But Mrs. Patoors, just breathe. Start at the top. It's very step by step. Follow the steps. Don't try to start. Don't look at this and focus on there in front. Just one step at a time. Okay, so Sharon wants to know, at what point do you go live? Is it when you reach 900? You know what, Sharon? I didn't go live until I made $20,000 because I was too scared. But by the time that I made that money, I was like, okay, Celia, so breathe in, breathe out, and let's try this. And like I said, my 2 first lives was a mess, but I went back and it's like, I've got my vision on what I want to achieve in my future. And this is what I want to go for. And then I just decided, it's time to pivot. So I always say, don't start and stagnate, because you want to achieve now what you've never been able to achieve. So you need to start getting a little bit out of your comfort zone. And it's literally 1% per day. That is how you achieve it. You don't have to be perfect when you get started. You don't have to go live from day one. You don't have to speak on camera when you get started. I've got some of my most successful videos making me the most money is me drinking a glass of water with text on screen, or me doing silly dances on TikTok with text on screen and a trending sound at the back. You don't need to speak on camera in order to have success with this at all. Not at all.
Do it. Do it. How
Yeah.
easy is it to it? All you have to do is like,
so Mrs. Patoors, you're going to stop putting it off now. You send me that email and then we start chatting so that you can get going. Don't put it off anymore. Don't put it off. You've got the program, my friend. Let's start getting you out there.
okay, Tarts have a question here.
The world is not going to pay your bills.
Tarts have a question here asking, have you seen figures from the time you started? So I don't know if you're asking if you've seen 6 figures. Yes, I've seen 6 figures, and Cecilia, 7.
Multiple 7 figures.
So I've multiple 6 figures and Cecilia multiple 7 figures. So yeah.
Nikki, if you are in my email list, you will receive the last email with that webinar link just before 7. 6:45, you'll receive the last email for that. So just get in on my email list so that you can get the link. Yes, Julesy, I've got one account and it's this one. So those of you that haven't started following me yet, that's on here tonight, please do so while I'm live. All the other accounts is cloned accounts. It's not my account. And, it's so difficult to get hold of them because what they do is they jump in, they download your things and block you so that we can't go and, try and sort them out and report them. So I will never, and Latasha, I think I can speak for you as well. We will never, ever, ever cold message you, meaning that you will never receive a sudden foreign follow from us. We don't do that in order so that you can immediately pick up that, listen, this is a fake account. If you suddenly see us following you, we will never send you a cold message. So meaning that we won't jump into your DM and say, hey, Julesy, I'm just checking how you're doing, my friend. We don't do that at all. So the minute that happens, it is a cloned account or a fake account, block and move on. Okay. Yeah. And then we will never lure you away from this platform to TikTok or Telegram or WhatsApp or contact you through a free Gmail email address. Okay. We use professional emails and it is safest to get the info that you need through our links or to go with me. You go to makemoneywithc.com. With Latasha, you go to
LDP Partners, 16.com. I will also you can just go up here and you can follow me as well. And also be very sure that even if you get a message from me after the live to say, hi, I saw you were on my live, thank you for, and whatever, it's not me. I will not do that. I will respond to a DM, but I will never send one first. So that will never happen.
Yeah, I'll respond. If you send one, I'll reply. And usually what I tell people is, listen, when you send a message like that, what you can do is you can say, hey, Celia, dis Gertjie hierso. Please make me a video with the following words or the following phrase, and then put your question as well. So that when I make a video response, I respond with what you have typed in, meaning that you know what, I'm Insta, because I don't think a cloner can do that. Although, let us not underestimate these bloody skelms.
Hulle is uitgeslapen. Julita says she can't follow you
with our content these days. Latasha, that was like the funniest thing. I came across Dee and I was like, why would Dee pay for ads? Because we don't do that. And when I tapped on it, I saw, no. These guys are actually paying for ads with our content and then putting foreign links there.
Wow. Julita says she can't follow you. She says I'm blocked with a question mark. So I'm not too sure about that. Then Danny is asking a question, Cecilia. She says, can we give our customer a gift by reimbursing their website fee?
Danny, I think that's a very personal thing between you and your clients. So what I would do is just go and plug in. Is Latasha one of the 5? Sharon, not yet. Latasha will probably be number 6.
Coming.
And it's not a competition, right? This is just to show you guys. So what I would do, Danny, is go and check your resale rights and things like that to make sure that it is allowed. And then if you want to do that, put that out there, then do that. Hey, Cole. But just go and make sure of the terms and conditions. So that's something that I don't really do. I don't do that because, it's not a random throw it out there and just, So go check your terms and conditions. I'm not going to give you solid advice on that now. I can afford to buy the course. Mrs. Petoers, I'm not sure what you're trying to say, my friend. All depends on you and the effort you put into your business. Do you have more questions?
Now, I see Danny just said, thank you very much. Julita is going to jump over to your live to follow you. She says somehow she's blocked and she would like to follow you as well.
Somehow she's blocked.
Yeah, I don't know. She says she can't follow you. She's blocked.
Maybe she can just send me an email.
Yeah.
Julita, have you ever commented anything negative or nasty? Because that's usually the only time that I would ever block somebody if they comment nasty, bad things. So if you haven't done that, just send me an email with your link so that I can click on that and go and check what's happening.
I
Mrs.
can.
Patuash wants to know, right? Is my mum and dad allowed to market and sell my product? So, Mrs. Patuash, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But where's your mum and dad's money going to go to? So Michelle did a training on this where it comes to family members and how there's a way that you can actually help them to obtain their own program in a way that what they earn is theirs. So if, for example, my daughter turns 18 and she wants to do this, then I'm not going to let her market my program. You understand? Because she's not going to feel that excitement on the money that she's making, feeling like it's hers, right? So I'll make sure, and I mean, it's my daughter, right? So she's not going to pay me $900 for it, but I'll make sure that she gets access to her own program so that she can feel when she makes that money. She can feel that excitement and she can feel like, you know what? I've put in the work and I've made the money.
Also, Cecilia, when it comes to when she becomes very successful, and if she used your program, when is she going to start? When is she going to flip over to her own, and then she basically going to start from the beginning? So you want to start from the beginning, right from the start, from the get go. And also, we all have our responsibility on our tax side. So if somebody promotes your program, where is the tax? There's going to
Yeah.
be gray areas, and no, you don't want that. Everybody is responsible for their own tax,
I just
and
think you want to do it in a way that when they make money, because I understand that, you want to be like, you can send me an email. I've got an amazing bookkeeper. Really, I love him to bits. He just knew how to break it down for me being a bookkeeping blonde. I had no clue. I was like, you're going to speak to somebody here that has got as much bookkeeping knowledge as a rock. And he was amazing. Amazing. There were moments that he just laughed at me and he said, like, Celia, the way that you say some things, it's like, yeah. So I humor him and he does my taxes.
well, I
But he's
must
very
tell you,
good.
he is very good. I must say, I've also
Have you
contacted
also
him.
tried?
He's doing mine as well. So, and I trust him completely because I know nothing about these things, and I just send everything to
I
him.
just
And
love
I
the way
just,
that he breaks it down so that we can understand and
yeah,
not, feeling like I don't have to worry, he's got it all. And I love the fact that he's there. He's not somebody that's going to need to report to somebody here and then, submit.
yeah,
He's like, he just does it.
yeah. He's awesome.
It's
I
very
love it.
cool.
I love it. So Julita is going to contact you via email.
Yes,
Hi,
please,
Cindy
Julita.
Lou.
Just send me, if you send me an email, Julita, put your TikTok link there and just say, hey, Celia, I was on your live. Latasha told you about me. And then I can just go and click on that link and go and see what the problem is.
I
And
can
then,
also
Julita,
see
remember, I don't do negativity, right? So the minute that somebody
she
is ever
wouldn't.
negative, then I remove.
Julita is also in the community. She's amazing. She's a beautiful soul.
No, then
It
I
is
can't think
probably
why.
something I can tell you what happened to me the other day. I was in somebody else's live, and I somebody made a comment which wasn't a very nice one, and my comment went exactly at the same time. So when he wanted to block the first comment that went through, he clicked on mine by accident and he blocked me.
Yeah, because if
So,
you would never have
so
been negative, that's
yeah,
the only time. The only time.
yeah,
Or if you come there with at what contact at trading what, then yeah,
yeah, yeah.
those are also
Oh,
let
that's,
go. But yeah,
yeah. So,
please just send me a link so that I can just go and check what the problem is. But maybe something like that happened.
well, it happened to me.
Especially on a
So,
line.
yeah, yeah. So, Cecilia, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for tonight. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you for the time. Thank you for sharing your audience with mine and mine with yours. Thank you
It's
for
fun.
being such an inspiration. And I'm so sorry Bonnie didn't have the opportunity to have a chat with you now because she really was looking forward to this, and I feel a little bit bad now for that. But I want to ask you your final words to us today. What would you like to leave us with today? Um, just a send off.
Okay. When you get into this, right? When you decide to purchase your program, I want you to come in with a mindset of, I want to learn it all. Take this for what it is. It is a program that is going to teach you so much. It is going to teach you so much that it can change your whole life, financially, emotionally, just as a person in a whole. So don't come in with the wrong intentions. Come in with a mindset of, hey, you know what? I'm coming to learn it all. Because if you come in with a mindset to learn, my friend, you're going to be blown away. You're going to be so blown away with what you get to learn. And I'm sure a lot of people on here will be able to say that. So that is me. Come in with the intention to learn. I've told you earlier on this live, be coachable, be consistent. You are getting a blueprint by $1 million coach. If she tells you 2 steps left, 1 to the front, that's what I'm doing. I'm still doing it up to this day. I'm still doing that. So it's 1 year later, 2.4 million later. And it's all thanks to this community and this blueprint teaching me day by day, step by step. But also I came in with the intention of I'm here to learn. And then the other thing I want to tell you, okay, when you get started and you start helping people to get started, I want you to see those people as people, not dollar signs, as people. Okay,
Yes.
don't ever lose sight of that. But that's something you learn inside the community.
Yes.
So I had one question that I just quickly want to answer, and then I really need to jump off because I need to get to church. It's Connect Group tonight. So Winston wants to know, what kind of support can a person expect when buying from you? I don't know if I've got anybody on here that actually did buy from me that can just vouch for me whether I walk the extra mile or not. Because Winston, I do give that extra one-on-one support. I do guide, I do help. I mean, even Latasha can tell you, she didn't even buy from me and she still gets support from me. But if you are on here and you have purchased from anybody else and you didn't get support, I want to tell you tonight that this program is so comprehensive. It is so jam-packed that you don't need anybody to have success with it, right? Everything you need is inside this program and inside this community. I mean, we've got a girl in there that within, what was it, 2 months? Was it 2 months that she hit 100,000, Latasha?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she bought from somebody, and that somebody didn't help her. So she literally just plugged into the program itself. She had no extra support, no extra mentoring from the person that she purchased from. And within 2 months, she hit $100,000, right? And if she can do it, you can do it. Anything you see here or that you heard here tonight, I just want you to repeat to yourself on a daily basis and on an hourly basis. If they can do it, so can I.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the truth.
I must agree completely. Also, with the people that has purchased from me, I work very closely with them. We are in a group. I call them the go-getters. I send them their messages of encouragement. I help each of them individually, and that is what we're here for. We want to be the best. Want you to be the best you. And we know what changed in our lives. And this is what we want to offer you as well. Just to start believing in yourself. And that is why I have it here on my wall as well. You have to believe in yourself, and we will help you to get there. And you have the best program. You have the best mentoring. You will never, ever be sorry that you started. And Cecilia, thank you.
I think you must just lift your board quickly before we jump off, Latasha. Okay? So for anybody that's interested, that wants to get started, or that just want to go check out the information, those of you that are following me right here on my side, you can go through to makemoneywithc.com, enter your email address and get the information, right? If you've got any questions, you hit reply on the email that you get from me and you're like, hey, Celia, I was on your live. I checked out the info. I've still got these questions and I'll love to answer them for you. And then Latasha.
Yes, and mine is LDP-partner 16. There's also my WhatsApp number because I know our South Africans, we like to chat. So I am available on WhatsApp and I will always send you a voice note when you send me a message first. I will not send you a WhatsApp first. When you send me a message, I will send you a voice note so that you can hear, yeah, that's Latasha. And so if anybody wants to just make a screenshot of this quickly and yeah, then you have both of us. And thank you so, so very much, everybody. I love this. And I must just tell you, Cecilia, everybody on this side is just cheering for you and thanking you. Thank you for a great life. You've been amazing and I appreciate you and I look up to you. You are amazing. Thank you for being you. Thank
Oh,
you for the day that you said yes, because your yes became somebody else's yes, that became my yes, that became other people's yes, and we are changing
isn't it
lives,
a
and that is what's
beautiful,
happening.
beautiful chain reaction? Huh?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But be blessed,
All the
everyone. Have
best.
a lovely evening. I'll see you tomorrow night on my channel at 6 p.m. So be
And
safe,
I'll
be
see
blessed,
you
and keep well.
at 4. Bye.